is Liza.
Lizzie.
And Amber.
And tonight, you get a special treat. You get to hear all about the flower farmer reality.
What do we do?
Yeah, what actually happens?
So,
what goes on day to day? Not in down season, but now and in the summer.
So I feel like there's this common misconception when somebody says farmer, there's the stereotypical picture of coveralls, a tractor, and I don't know, like tools and things like that.
Well, the whole field being covered in flowers and everything looks so beautiful and perfect.
You say flower farmer, and it's a very different reality.
Yeah, when you say farmer, I think of the picture of the man and the woman and the guy's holding a pitchfork.
Yep, and that is stereotypical, and that should be a whole separate episode that we talk about that one, because that gets me fired up.
Yeah, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? But okay, so flower farmer. A lot of the times people go, oh, wow, that's really neat, or wow, that must be fun, which makes a lot of sense. But a lot of the times, the reality behind it is not somebody wearing dresses and somebody walking through the field and everything's princess and wonderful and pretty. And
the birds are chirping and the insects are, insecting.
or butterflying.
Yeah.
Because people picture, and we have butterflies and moths, and that's perfectly fine, but they don't think of honeybees and bumblebees.
Yeah, they're not always pretty.
No, they're not always pretty.
Sometimes they're mean.
Bite. They sting, and I don't like those. And some of the flowers are itchy, and some have thorns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not all sunshine and butterflies.
No, it's not. It's not. So, what do we actually do?
A lot. I feel like we cover a lot of bases. I mean, we do floral work. We work in the field. I feel like a mix between of what Kenley has or is going to talk about is a huge component, if not more than half the business, because if we didn't have that side, like, we wouldn't have the product on the other end. Like, we wouldn't have the flowers.
Right. So we spend a lot of time, obviously, in the field. We are, I don't want to say we're digging, because we're not like digging giant holes unless we're putting in a shrub or a bush or something that we need.
Mm-hmm.
But we're planting plants in the field. But before we have the plants, we have to plant the seeds. And before we plant the seeds, we have to have the numbers. And before we have the numbers, we have to know what the theme and what some of the flowers are for that season. So there's a lot of
the spreadsheet.
planning.
I feel like, in a sense, too, at least from looking on Instagram, there's a flower farmer that still grows flowers for weddings, and there's a flower farmer that grows flowers to grow them, if that makes sense.
For wholesale. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but for wholesale, but for like testing and seeds and for the flower farmer purposes.
Yeah.
Like, how that all works is a whole thing in itself, but I mean, we just balance between I would say 3 different worlds, because a little bit of landscaping, the field, and then the floral design side. Like,
Definitely. And I think that landscaping side is really like, we're not cutting the grass, and we're doing some really specific gardens. If somebody wants a very nice cutting garden, or we do a lot of consultant work as well. Just to, somebody says, hey, I want this. Okay, great. Here's ideas.
And to spread knowledge. Like, I feel like that's another thing that we've tried to do is we have a lot of people ask us questions. Like, hey, how do I do this? Or what about this? Or what about that? And then they're like, oh, well, I didn't know that was a thing. Or I didn't know that could happen that way, or whatever it may be. I feel like we're customer service as well. Like, we're bird service as well. I don't know. I don't know how to explain the realities of it all, because there's so much to it.
There's so many pieces.
Yeah.
There's so many pieces. I can tell you one thing we're very good at is we weed the hell out of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we've got so many different methods that we've tried and used. We use the We use the landscape fabric where we burn the holes. We use a thinner fabric in the perennials because it gives them a jump start to get started, but then it doesn't, it allows them, if we have to cut a hole open or something like that, so it's a really thin fabric that we use for that. We use mulch. We use newspaper and mulch in the perennials. We've done just regular black paper. We've got a black plastic mulch layer that we use with cornstarch fabric because that biodegrades. So trying to figure out, for instance, we found that in the wintertime, the cornstarch fabric is a little tougher to use because there's so much longer of a season that has to really hold up for. So we tend to use that more in the summer. We use the landscape fabric where plus, how do I explain, like, the landscape fabric is thicker, it traps more heat, so it's really good for us for the wintertime.
And for spring, like, it helps control weeds, and it's easy to pull stuff out, because if you pull stuff out of the cornstarch fabric, it rips. And you've got a massive hole where more weeds can grow.
Not just that, if it rips, then it starts to blow. And that's it. As soon as that starts to blow,
that's the end of it.
And it just starts to blow out, and then it billows all up. Nope, we're done.
So in the mornings, we go out and we're cutting, and the birds are beautiful, and the insects, they start chirping, and all the fun stuff. But we fight foxes and deer and hornets and rabbits and all kinds of other things that are not as pleasant.
I'm just really glad we don't live where there's kangaroos.
Really. No kangaroos and no, what was the other thing that they were saying? There's something else that I saw on Instagram that was really specific. It wasn't a deer or anything. I think, like, in Texas or something, like, you've got, like, pigs that come in, and they just destroy everything. Like, that's pig.
They're just straight up mean.
Yeah. It's like,
they're so thick-skinned. They're tough customers.
Yeah, I would not want to have to deal with them.
I'll take the deer. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
We'll put up a fence and be done with it, but I feel
the
like
right fence.
I feel like a hog would just, like, barrel through that.
Or dig. Very efficient at digging. Like, I don't know. No, and then this year, those cat. Okay, so we have cats. I love the cats. I'm not anti-cat, but Jiminy Crickets. We've gone out and we have agribond and we've covered.
Just to preface the cats, we have 2 cats that are outside cats. They're not like feral cats with like from. No, they're not random. They are our cats by choice.
And they meow and they chirp us and everything. But they go out, and if there's something underneath the agribonds, we have all the cold season stuff that's covered with hoops and covered with agribond. And it's weighted down with sandbags, so it keeps the frost off, and it gives it a couple extra degrees, and it keeps it more protected. Oh my God, the cats have discovered that if they jump on the middle of it, they can go through it. So we have cat-sized holes in the agribond.
Oh my God.
I'm like, get out of my field! I feel like, who is that, Mr. McGregor? Get out of my garden!
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Why are you in here? And to get in, they have to scale. How many feet tall is that fence? 10 feet tall?
Yeah. And they go in the door. I mean, they follow us there, which, like, in the morning is fine when we're cutting, but, you know, when you don't know, but when you know that they're not in there with you, like, that's a big animal to not know that's next to you. Because birds, you'll hear them, like, rustle through the, through the stems of leaves or whatever it may be, and you're like, oh, it's not a mouse.
Please don't be a snake. Please don't be a snake.
Yeah, I have seen more little rodents than I ever thought that there were because of them, like voles. Never seen one until PK got one. Ever. Like, they just
keeps catching them and, like, depositing them. Here you go.
Yeah. He's like, look, Mom, look at what I got. I'm like, thanks. You can take that back outside now. I don't want that on my front step.
Yuck. I think we spend a lot of time checking water, too. I think from knowing how to grow the plants in the greenhouse, knowing which ones like bottom water, like light water, like, you know, a wetter start, and all of that kind of stuff. When to transplant, when to fertilize, and then really watching things. Once they go out in the field, I can't control if it's too much water, I can't control that.
Yeah.
But
if it's too little water, then we've got solutions.
Mhm.
I personally have,
water and water.
well, I think that I've been weeding a row underneath of a sprinkler before, and it's the dead of summer, so I don't even mind. It's nice cold water.
Yeah.
Honestly, weeding under a sprinkler is great when it first starts, and then when it starts to get muddy, ooh, it gets messy.
Yeah, it does.
It gets really messy, and it's like, ew. And I mean, I think one of the other things that's not called out very often is, dude, it's stressful. Like, you're looking at your entire crop in a field. Like, there have been multiple times where I've been standing there waiting for snow or waiting for a storm to come or something that's just about ready to pick, and you're so excited and something comes through, like a fox in the poppies, and they are chasing after something and they just take out an entire section.
Yeah, and they break it.
Yeah.
They just barrel right on through there.
Because it doesn't mean anything to them. They're after the toad or the mole or the vole or the shrew or the rabbit or whatever else is out there naturally. But it's, I mean, I don't want to say it's stressful, but it's stressful.
I mean, you're standing out there looking at a field and going, okay, the next storm could take the whole thing out, and that's my income.
That's my livelihood. That's my grocery money. That's my life.
Yeah.
That's my everything.
Or when we have to cut buckets of flowers because there's rain coming or a storm coming, and some of the flowers are really delicate. Like, they will break.
Yep.
Like
100%.
the Ganesha that we had this spring, it kind of blooms all at once, but it lasts like 5 days.
Yeah.
We cut so much of them, and then like that was it.
Yeah. And then it got hot. We had that real heavy rainstorm, and all of a sudden it just got hot, and they were like, "We're done." Boop.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's important to have rotations. That's why it's good to know your annuals versus your perennials and your seasons. I mean, I'm part of the Maryland Cut Flower Association group, and there's all kinds of conversations on there where towards the fall, some people are like, I am so tired of using this plant and this plant in my bouquets, like in their flower bouquet, farmer style stuff. What else do you suggest? And the think tank that comes out from that group of people is awesome. It is awesome. Huge debate now about how everybody is overwintering all of their eucalyptus. Some people agribon it, some people cut it down, some people individually wrap all of their eucalyptus with burlap. And I was like,
oh my God.
I was like, we have 300 feet of eucalyptus. That is not happening.
Yeah, no way.
No. So, and this is the first year we've cut half of it, and we've left the other half because it hasn't gotten damaged enough yet.
Yeah.
We're still able to cut that, and it's been awesome. But I don't know. I'm so afraid to try to do something because we haven't done things in the past and it's been fine.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid that if we do something this year, I'm going to screw it up.
Yeah, and then lose it all. We've had that patch for how long now?
This is 4 years.
Yeah. Those times are big.
Yeah. That first short patch was the first one. And then we added another one. And we added another one. Like little sections. And now we have 300 feet total with 4 different varieties of eucalyptus mixed in there.
Yeah, just about 4. Yeah.
Yeah. And it smells good, and that is my happy place.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it takes a lot of communication. It takes a lot of support. It takes a lot of, and let's just call it what it is. It takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of guts to do that.
And hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't just get up in the morning, run out to the field, spread a bunch of seed, and wait.
Oh my God, that's what people all the time they ask. Well, do you just scatter the seeds out there and wait for it to grow? It's like,
not even slightly.
What? How would you have a plan? How would you know your numbers? I was like, no.
How could you promise anything to a bride doing that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Could you imagine being like, oh yeah, I really want to hire you for my wedding, but how do you run your business? Oh, well, we just pick whatever, wildflower variety the
is in
local
season
grocery store has, and we go out there and spread all the seed and hope for the best.
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah, no. No.
No.
No.
And that's why we're constantly planting, because then we constantly have something new
Yeah.
and fresh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it may be the same thing or very similar, but you have to know your hues, you have to know your textures, you have to know the different styles of flowers.
And I mean, a lot of our stuff is interconnected too. Like our seeds are what we need for our bridal bouquets. Like I feel like landscaping is kind of its own island in a way. Like it kind of deals with itself. But with the flowers, like we cut stuff from out in the back. We're starting some really cool projects that are coming up, and they're based off of the plants that grow around us naturally here on the farm. And we're incredibly lucky for that. But, there's, like, without Kelly and her spreadsheet with all of the seeds, like, we wouldn't have the flowers. But if we didn't have the brides asking for the colors that they want, we wouldn't know what to order.
Right.
Like,
right.
Unless we were more wholesale focused and we just grow everything.
Yeah.
But we don't do that. We don't grow tons and tons of, like, Baltimore Raven purple. Like, we don't, unless it's, like, specifically asked for.
Yeah.
Like, we don't grow a ton of red unless it's in a zinnia mix, because nobody's really asking for it unless they're specific with an idea.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not a, you guys kind of tell us what we need.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not a...
The market drives what we grow.
Mm-hmm.
We also spend a lot of time in the winter really looking at trends and figuring out what some of the new things are that are coming.
Yeah. Like, a great example is Pantone. They just put out their color of the year. Yep. Peach fuzz. There's going to be so much pink and peach, which is fine. I'm a fan of peach. It is in my color scheme as well.
But do the textures right.
Yes, please do it
make
right.
it flat.
Yeah, and, like, I know white is so pretty, but give me a break on white. Like, I feel like when we do white, we try to focus more on texture than on
just the color.
Yeah, because if
it's roses and baby's breath, it's just not.
No, because that's not who we are, and we've told people, like, hey, we don't think you're a good fit for us because we don't do that. Mm-hmm. Like, and I think we've done a really good job of sticking to that and not being like, well,
we can figure it out.
Yeah.
I will say that we are doing a couple of roses this year.
A couple testers.
But we're doing garden roses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're doing specific varieties. We're not going to grow anything that's a long stem. I don't think that's realistic.
No.
I mean, there's no reason for us to do that.
Yeah.
No reason whatsoever.
Yeah, that's more for your wholesaler people.
Yeah.
And if we need them, we have a license for it. Like, it's just how it is.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, there are times where people will say, say we're doing something with a bride or we're doing something special, even for a funeral. I've done it where somebody's like, listen, I really need this. And I feel like most of the time it's gardenias that I end up trying to locate and find.
Hey guys, Lizzie here. I bet you didn't know this about me, but I am gluten-free, and one of the things that I struggle with is going to the grocery store and finding the foods that fit my dietary needs. What I have been doing for the past couple of months is ordering from Hungryroot. Now, Hungryroot is an online company where you can order groceries off of their website. It's full of produce, crackers, cookies, to muffins, to meats, and all the different types of snacks and things like that. They have made my life so much easier in the process of finding foods that fit my dietary needs. There are filters that you can adjust, such as non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, paleo, different preferences and things like that. So what they have done for us, because they're such a generous company, the Hungryroot team has given us a 40% off discount code on your first box. So if you use the code FLOWER40, and that's capital FLOWER 40 at checkout, you will get 40% off your first box. I'm so excited to team up with these guys. They've made such an impact on my life in the morning and to my day-to-day life, and I hope you experience the exact same thing that I do. All of the information will be linked down below, including the link to where it should already be pre-applied to your cart when you hit the link and go to their website, and I will also add the code at the bottom for easy access in our show notes. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy your first box through Hungry Road.
And I will contact the wholesaler and, see if that's something that they can get a hold of it for us.
Yeah.
But it's not all the time.
Mm-mm.
Definitely not all the time. I think one of the other things that, again, isn't talked about and isn't necessarily understood is staffing.
Yeah.
How do you find the people who want to do the things that it takes, the people who are willing to get up super early, who are willing to work in the heat, who are maybe on the flip side willing to work at night?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but that's what it is, though. Like, we don't have a normal 9 to 5.
No.
We
Not
don't.
The cats knew we talked about them.
Yeah.
They're outside meowing at
Speaking of the cats.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. And trying to find the people not only who want to do the work, but who can do the work.
Yeah, and have the personality for it. Sometimes there are people that are like, oh my god, I love flowers. Like,
Great.
yeah, like,
show me your green, dirty fingers from stripping flowers.
Yeah, like, so do we. Like, after I strip snapdragons and strophlower, my fingers are green.
Yep.
Like, in the wintertime, like, underneath my nails right now, they're white. But in, like, the spring, summer, and fall, like, they're, like, brown to green underneath.
Like,
Like,
it's stained.
Yeah, they don't come off.
No, and dry and cracked is, like, a very real thing.
Yeah.
Very real thing.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's, it's not easy.
No.
Like, it's not, oh my god, you get to play with flowers all day. I know that's what Kenley said, but we get to play with flowers all day.
But
it's not all pretty.
But it's not play. That's
We're
the
not
thing.
playing.
Every stem has a value.
Unless we're told to play, and that's when stuff is really good.
Well, and that's like a style shoot, or like, hey, we have a whole bunch of extra flowers. What are we doing with it?
Yeah, or I don't know. You just do what you think looks best, and then we don't ever get any pictures back, and I get really butthurt. So, please, for the love of God, send us some of your pictures if you haven't sent any yet. I really, 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 really like to see, like, our onesie twosie, like, bouquets. I really do enjoy doing. Like, they're just so personal and so cute. Like, I love them. They make me happy.
Something personal about it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I also think flowers tell a story.
Oh, yeah, totally. I was scrolling on Instagram earlier, and if someone came to me and said, you know what, I want a wedding that is, like, the color of, like, a bumblebee. Black, yellow, like, white, and, like, rainbow colors. There was, I think it was on, like,
I don't know.
No, but like black and yellow. So, like, your bumblebee. They had black chairs. They had black tables. They had yellow, like, pale yellow napkins, a charger of some sort, some weird checkered yellow and black candles, like taper candles that are, like, painted. And then in the center are, like, big bowls, like frog, like bud pieces and things like that. And I was like, huh, not what I would have chosen for a wedding, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so your Instagram is way different. I don't know if it was Instagram or TikTok.
It's probably a lot of Instagram. Like, I was just kind of scrolling and I was like, huh.
I saw one thing.
It's like, that's not normal.
I'm gonna have to go back and see if I can find it. But oh my god, I think it was in DC, and it was grand. It was just grand, like overwhelming. Like, you had to watch it 2 or 3 times to catch everything. The room was just, and it was all in winter, so it was deep greens, reds, whites popped, but like trees inside these huge pedestal stands. Like, the girl's dress would have fit like 300 people, I swear. Great. I don't know how she functioned. It was just wow. Yeah, it's crazy what people do. It was like princess level.
Yeah, like a different tax bracket.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Speaking of taxes.
Oh, that's a whole other topic. When you start talking about this side of business, that is the actual business. You've got marketing, you've got budgeting, you're trying to figure out, I have to do this work and get these things done and have this infrastructure in place for the upcoming season or the close of this season.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not pulling in as much revenue. So how long do I keep certain employees for the season? You know, do you cut them off and then try to figure it out? Is it better to play catch up or to be preventative? And then what does the weather look like? And then there's all the legal stuff, and then the stupid insurances. And, oh my God.
Yeah,
Insurance hates goats.
100%.
Yeah, really. So all of you goat yoga people, I'm very sorry, but it might not be happening anytime soon.
Yeah. Well, I think what has happened, so we've done goat yoga for multiple years on the farm. And I think what has happened with other people who've done goat yoga is they do it with larger goats. When we do goat yoga, we do it with little babies.
Mm-hmm.
And we can see throughout the season when they're really little, the umbilical cord is still attached, fresh, like
Teeny
super tiny, like a couple days old.
Super sweet and snuggly.
They are.
Mhm.
And they don't last the entire class running around. They like kind of hop around and then they pick somebody and they snuggle and they're done.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's kind of what people picture.
Give it a couple more weeks and they're a little more rambunctious. They're kind of like chewing on people's straws in their cups. They're dragging their keys. They're stealing their blankets. Like it's a little more interactive.
Yeah.
Dude, when it's multiple months, they're running around and I'm thinking, nobody get a concussion.
Yeah, because they jump on you.
And not just that, but they run 110 miles an hour at you and then jump at the last minute. And I'm always like, oh.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of goat yoga.
No.
Not a fan.
I love goats.
Lizzie's always like, no, I'm not home that night.
Yeah, I like the little ones. Big ones, no thanks. I do not want an animal running at me.
Not that big.
No, I will do puppy yoga or something else, but goat yoga, not I. Could not be me.
I want to do kitten yoga with like the Humane Society.
Yeah.
I'd like adopt a kitten night of yoga. I just have to like, Humane Society is sometimes weird about that stuff though.
Yeah. They're worried about things leaving the farm.
Well, and I think they're also worried about how old a kitten is and is it okay to be handled, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's that weird fine line of
Yeah.
what's right. I mean, you foster so much, you know that
Yes.
they have to be the right size, the right everything.
Yes.
So I don't know. What are we missing?
Man, we do so much.
I know.
Yeah.
And
feel
here we podcast.
Yeah. And we blog.
And we do arts and crafts.
Yeah. We website.
We do a lot of stuff.
We do. We really do.
Yeah, we don't shut down the website for 2 weeks and then, like, just don't have the website up.
Yeah.
Some people are like, oh, yeah, I'm going to have the website shut down for, 2 weeks. I'll just upload it. Dude, we update that thing, every single day with photos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every single day. Now, it might take a while. We just switched 2 weeks ago?
I think it was.
A month? Was it about a month ago?
No, I think
2
it was
weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago, we went to, a different software program, a different, website builder. So it's been a trial and error, at least on my end, for all of us. But we, that took some time, for sure. But we're not just oh, yeah, we're just going to turn it off. Why would you turn your website off for 2 weeks?
I don't know.
We wouldn't make any money.
Yeah.
How do orders come in? I don't know.
Well, and I think that's the difference.
But we're always
Most
running.
of the time, people picture flower farmer. We make a bundle. We go to the farmer's market. We sell maybe at a grocery store. I feel like that's what people picture.
Mm-hmm.
We are different. We're a flower farmer florist. So people will call us with hey, my daughter's got a birthday today.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
We've got our bath soaks and candles and a lot of different
honey.
stuff. Yeah.
I mean, the girls are busy.
Yeah.
We have all of those other things. The only thing we don't have that I've always been like, I'm not doing is soap, because I feel like everybody does soap.
Yeah.
Because
It's
bath
really
soaks. We
different.
just don't do
Yeah.
like normal soap.
Yeah. Yep. No, bath soaps are cool. A little floral infusion.
Yeah, without a doubt. I feel like we do it safely too, because it's not just like, here's your stuff in a jar. Like, we give you little bags. Your drain doesn't get clogged. Like, we've learned that the hard way.
Yeah, but, I mean, somebody who has old pipes, or
Yeah, that could be detrimental.
100%. No, I want it to be something that was fun, that made sense. And quite honestly, there's so many times where we're like stressed from a meeting, or stressed from setting up a wedding, or stressed from all kinds of stuff, that trying to figure out how to relax, bath soaps were a natural fit.
Yeah, it's perfect. But that's just scratching the surface.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah, we will for sure get into more down the road.
Awesome. I think that closes this episode.
I think it does. All right, guys. You can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasts. We have a Facebook and Instagram, a website, a blog.
Oh, wait, a podcast?
Yeah, heck yeah, we have a podcast. Did you know? We have a Patreon page. You can find us at Wealthy Native Flower Farm or The Flower Files. Man, I don't know. Email us, call us, text us. Call me, beat me when you want to reach me. That's it for this week.
Yeah. Have an amazing week, and I hope it's flower-tastic.
We love you guys. Bye. Hey guys, just dropping a line to tell you about Patreon.
So I asked them, meaning Mom and Amber, what is Patreon anyway? Because I honestly had no idea. So we're going to explain it to you from our perspective so that you understand and so that I understand.
Because the first time I saw it, I was like, Patron? We're drinking tequila? Great. So Patreon is for less than a cup of coffee, those fancy coffees that y'all like, a day, you can sign up to become one of our members.
A little family.
Exactly. And what does that get us?
It gets us some freebies, some special episodes that other people do not get access to. You can interact with us on a special platform where we can ask you questions and interact with you. It's tons of fun.
Mm-hmm. And even on those special episodes, we might be less censored than we are already. And we're going to have a couple fun ones that we can just kind of throw in there and talk about and laugh and go on tangents and have fun. So I hope that you all enjoy it, because we're going to have fun along the way. We're crazy excited.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Back to the episode now. Bye.
Gracias.